TF2 has lots of variants. I think you all get the idea by now. This is a video series where I just explore different TF2 maps from the workshop. I got lots of extra variants left in stock because I had to take my computer to be repaired, and considering how popular these videos are, I am happy to do another one. I have also made a playlist of all previous TF2 videos, so if a certain variant you know about doesn't show up during this release, it isn't really that I forgot, but I may have just covered it in the earlier videos. But if I may add that I am slightly worried about people thinking I'm milking this TF2 map topic because of many videos I've made in the span of 4 months, so do tell me if I should slow down with TF2 variants and cover maybe other maps more. Those talks out of the way, let's start off with a map that I would like to see added someday.
Hello! Mortis Taco Stuff!
TF2 event is a Halloween variant that is very impressive. I have explored some other Scream Fortress variants before, but I decided not to include them for various reasons. Like not finding the right place for them or thinking it's not the right time to talk about them, but I really like this one. This version recreates the TF2 bases into something you would see in a horror movie, like Red Team's base is an old mansion while Blue Team's is an old castle. There are also some hidden lore like the owners of the castle and mansion all met some mysterious ends, and so their property was sold in an auction. But what was sold were some cursed artifacts that each team seemed to be researching. I really like how the red base seems like a regular mansion at first, but it has these hidden bookcase entrances, while Blue's castle is more about the Frankenstein-style experiments, with so many shelves having some weird liquids, and one of the plants even have skulls growing in them. The sewers have been redesigned as well. Red Team's sewers are like a weird grave thing, while Blue sewer is a flooded storage area that contains toxic waste, so safe to say you will have cancer by the time you leave the waters. In the basement of each team there are some giant weird entities that I am not exactly too sure are supposed to represent, and instead of stealing briefcases you steal the enemy's team's artifact that plays an animation every time it's capped, and spawns some skeletons to harass you. And when you cap 3 times, in the red side the intel room gets set on fire that will kill you, while the blue side electrocutes the floor. I really like this map. It was really unique Scream Fortress variant, and considering how many verses there are in the workshop, I'd really like to see this being added someday, as I really like how the variant looks, and it was my favorite out of the different Halloween verses I have played. If you have seen my GM construct video, I did mention how much I like rainy maps, and I have wanted to cover this version for some time now, so I'll do it now. TF2 Stormy is a map where there's a lightning storm, plus it rains heavily, so the canal and sewers are flooded heavily. There is also an oversight from the creator where the water in stairs glitch out to create a weird visual bug thing. I like to imagine this is a precursor to TF2 Flooded, as that map was mostly underwater. Other than that, there really isn't that much to talk about, but man, I really like rainy levels. They're really atmospheric and comforting to play in, so I'm glad I was finally able to include this variant.
Well, don't that beat all?
TF2 Spin is a fairly fun shitpost map. The bridge now spins, so entering it or even touching the roof can be deadly due to source physics. And if you think you can just enter the water freely, there are 4 saw blades spinning as well, so better be careful. There's also a door in the sewers that teleports you back to the surface, so it can be rather helpful with leaving the waters. Other than that, this level only has some texture changes, like the sewers have these yellow stripes, Blue Team's base has this dirty floor, the intel room's walls are made of garbage, the locker room's floor is now made of lava, and there's one single spinning platform that is fairly easy to fall off from and die. And the place beyond the intel room window is now filled with gravel. Meanwhile, at red side the floor is made of lava stone, so are the walls of the basement, and the locker room has that same lava floor. But then behind the window there's now a pool with a single palm tree and heaps of trash. This map sure is weird. Yeah, TF2 Spin is a neat variant. I mean, I won't really play a serious game on it, but I'm sure it wasn't designed with that in mind. But I did like it, especially the spinning bridge, as I don't know what else could showcase the source engine better than a simple bridge that kills you for touching it.
Get your ass back here, boy!
TF2 Artic is a snow team variant. You got ladders that lead to the bridge's roof. Okay. The intel room has also been expanded and has a new pathway that leads to the enemy team's intel room. You can get roofs as well. Hold on, this map is just 2 Fort Egypt. It has the same layout, bridge, spawn and inter room, with the exception of it now taking you straight to enemy team's base instead of going to the sewers, but the said sewers have a hole in the floor that leads to their intel room instead. I mean, sure, I like 2 Fort Egypt changes to the layout, but I think this is kind of lazy. Like, this variant is supposed to take place in the Arctic, but then you got torches around the level which clearly belong to a more Egyptian themed level, which causes some problems with the style this map is going for. There's even a glowing cactus in the middle of Antarctica. I do like the addition of Rick-made statues, but I just think this variant is likely lazy, but I can't be really too mean, as it was probably some child's first attempt at mapping and bashing it won't encourage the creator to make more, so I'll just say I like the idea, but it does need some more tweaks next time.
Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it!
Some guys just decided one day that 2 Fort was great, but it looked boring, so they just slapped Tim Allen's face onto all textures of the map, and now all in-game sounds have his ground sound as well. Even the damn sun is Tim Allen. His level is honestly very cursed and I do not feel comfortable spending any more time here, so I'm going to our final variant.
Damn!
2 Fort Frosty is rather unique. It takes some elements from 2 Fort Egypt and instead of just lazily copying them, it expands upon them. Like the main path has been made longer, the stairs that lead to the bridge's roof, the hallways are slightly larger, the inter room has also been enlarged and has that extra spot for buildings. Weirdly enough, there are also map place sentries at each team's base, bombs have this elevator that leads to the supply room at the intel area, you can get to the base's roofs and you can even enter the big tower. Sadly you can't build there, so there really isn't much point spending too much time in there, but luckily you can still build on the roofs. There aren't sewers in this variant, so the only way to get to the enemy base will be the main entrances, and I'm sure that could cause some rather tiring stalemates. Overall, a pretty nice variant. I do think the long walk to the enemy base can get rather tedious on slower classes. Lack of sewers could cause some stalemates and I would have wanted to be able to build on the tower, but I guess that will make Engineer too annoying to deal with. I think I have played this map or some similar version to it at some point in my life, so it was rather neat to explore this level. And that's all the maps for today. It's still pretty funny how out of all levels 2 Fort has the most variants made out of it, but it does make sense as it's just a really comfortable map to play in, and when the people don't try to make the level more balanced, they just enhance the atmosphere and the comfort aspect of it, which I do appreciate. I don't know when I'll do another 2 Fort video as my schedule for the next month is fairly busy and I do want to explore some other maps as well, like Doom and Quake related ones, as I'm a fan of the Doom franchise and have gotten to Quake lately. So like the video if you enjoyed it, tell me your own favorite variants of the day, subscribe for more map related content and have a nice day.